But this is also.
Now I want you to look. Slow down for me.
Yeah.
That is a car on a giant chair. Well, what does that say? So if you're sitting with them, with your
car on a chair.
With your car on a chair, you're sitting well. That's what it means. If you're sitting with them, you're sitting well. I don't think it could be any more eloquently said, and I had trouble saying eloquent. I don't think it could be any more eloquent. Daggone.
Yeah.
I don't think it could be any more eloquently said
that's it.
than if you're sitting with us, you're sitting well.
Yeah, or not.
Or, well. So let's listen to the bullfrogs. So they're sitting well as well. There you go, friends. It's
amazing.
It's unbelievable.
We're listening to bullfrogs.
Yes.
Yeah, and there are a lot in Holland.
I think they could hear us because when I told them I was going to listen, they stopped. Did you hear that? They quit.
They don't like an audience.
No, evidently.
Nope. They think, oh my God, we're going on YouTube. We don't want that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's bullfrogs, and we have a lot of bullfrogs. I used to live in a house that's nearby a sloot. We call it a sloot. I don't know how you call it in the US, but it's just a little bit of water between two parts of land for the farmers to get water. Or
okay.
I don't know.
We call it a creek or a.
Yeah, no, we call it a sloot.
A sloot.
Yep, a sloot.
Or you could call it a slip.
Yeah, if you want to, you can call it that way. But the funny part of it is that I had my house.
I live in Steenbergen.
Yep.
This is where Mary Steenburgen was born at, right here.
from Back to the Future. Yeah, that's her.
Yeah. Did you know that?
Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know.
I knew that. Look at that, the old house full of sun cells.
Yeah, that old house, they've added sun cells to it. So we're headed to the windmill up there, but you talked to this guy, he knows we're coming.
No, I didn't talk to the guy. The guy who told me that was Angelo, and that is the guy we're gonna meet.
Oh, okay.
Because
so you talked to Angelo about this windmill?
Yeah, because I didn't know where to find a windmill.
So is this close to Angelo?
Yeah, this is close to
Angelo.
okay.
Man, look at that house, it's beautiful. Got a nice barn in the back.
Yep.
It says the coop, which is the chicken coop. Or what does K-O-O-P mean here? Rent, right? To rent.
You can buy stuff.
Oh, so it's for sale. So that means this stuff is for sale. Yes.
You can buy it.
Well, man, I've seen a lot of bikes here. I don't think they're going to hold their value very much. And that says Geen Toegang, so that means no entry. I know Toegang means entry, or entry point or exit point. Yes.
No entry. That's what it says.
And I love the yellow bicycle.
Yep.
Yeah, with the flowers in it.
And you know why we do that?
Why?
I think it's.
Because you got bicycles everywhere.
Yeah,
that's why.
we got a lot of bicycles.
You got to do something with them.
So yeah, we don't throw them away. We keep them. But maybe that's a bike from the first bike. You know? The first bike you ride on, and then throw it away. It's like playing.
So the first bike is a thing in Holland.
Yeah, I think it's a thing. It's a feeling you have with something. You know, you don't throw that away. You learn to ride a bike on your first bike, and that bike is gonna be.
I get it. Yeah. So bikes are a big deal in Holland.
Yeah.
I think we can surmise that.
Yeah, that is.
Okay.
People go everywhere.
I like it. So these folks built around an electric box. Let's pull up and see it.
Yeah. Yes.
This electric box is out here in the country, which is here, and like that's the telephone, that's electric, and they just built around it. They built right up to it. It says Hans Spanning Leven Sharkerbarker.
Yeah. There it is again. Yeah, it says it's high voltage.
So they decided to build up next to a high voltage box.
Yeah,
deadly, and they just built right up on top of it. Okay, I get it.
That's how they do that in Dutch.
Evidently.
That's
how they roll.
That's it. And you know what's in here?
What?
The windmill.
Okay. So what does Heinz Molen mean?
The means Heinze. That's I don't know. That's a name. But molen is mill. So.
Okay. So why wouldn't that be windmill? Heinz Molen.
Yeah. That I don't know.
Oh, the mill of the wind.
There it is. But it's not working.
It's, I've not seen one of them working.
How do we get there? Ah, I see it. Yeah, we're gonna go this way.
You think? This is a sidewalk, man.
Think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Isn't it?
That doesn't matter.
It's not for cars. I mean, I no question it doesn't matter.
Do you
I
know-
see y'all all the time.
Do you know how I drive?
Well, all of y'all do. Everybody in Europe, I've seen, there's a
Yeah.
lot of U-turns and backing up and going and
Yeah.
jumping stuff.
Yeah,
and
that's for sure. That's for sure.
that thing says 1714.
I think this one isn't working. It's an old model. Oh, we can park it. You can shoot some pictures. That's
Love
no
to.
problem.
And it says forbidden entry.
Yeah. So you don't climb in it, Bill.
Well, sorry. That's, you know that's
because
what I
then,
do.
yeah, you don't climb the fences around here. You know?
Well, I do.
Yeah, I know.
Because that's what I do.
Yeah, that's what you do.
So,
You jump over fences.
yeah, clearly,
This is not Graceland, you know?
yeah, this is easier to get in than
No
Graceland.
cameras.
Huh? What camera?
No cameras.
I'm kidding. I just want to see.
I understand. It's an old one.
You see, and they've got it grounded in case it gets a lightning strike. So this is metal, and then the rest of this is wood. And they actually have a ground hook to it in case it gets hit by lightning. And this thing is 1714.
It used to work.
That says 1837, so they're lying somewhere. But they have this where they can throw that horseshoe around the block to stop it from turning. And they have those blocks all the way around. That is ultra cool. I don't understand the extra, this piece, because it doesn't, oh, they could put sails on it. So they take the material and pull it over this part and add sails that take away sails. So it's like a sailboat. I think maybe they can add sections. So if they want more wind, they can go 3 wide or 2 wide or 1 wide.
That's possible.
It's very interesting. Man, that thing is huge. But that's steel, this part, the black part.
Yeah.
And if it gets struck by lightning, there's a ground rod on it.
Yeah. We got a saying here, hit by the windmill.
Hit by the windmill.
Yeah, then you are crazy.
What does that mean?
Then there is something wrong with you. When you got hit by
That
the
didn't mean?
When you got hit by the windmill, then there's something wrong with your brain.
Oh,
That's
so
what we
if
call
there's
that.
something wrong with you, you're not right.
You're not
they call
right.
it hit by the windmill.
Yeah, you got hit by the windmill.
Well, that swings the pan, you know
it
it?
swings the pen. Yeah, that's something else. that we say when we have a good kind of music. It sounds good. It swings out the pan.
Yeah, they swing the pan. Yeah, I heard them.
Yeah, that's it.
I saw it when and I didn't know what that meant,
That's
but
it.
I've seen it.
Yep, an old saying.
What, that swings the pan?
Yeah, I know the other one. You got hit by the windmill.
Oh, so both of them are
That
old.
hurts. Yeah, then you are crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I hear you.
you're all crazy.
Well, I mean, if you were standing there and that windmill hit you,
I don't think you're gonna survive that.
it would hurt. Yeah?
And I felt something. I
Yeah?
don't know what it was. And I just fell on the
Yeah.
ground.
It's like the power of God
I
just
don't know what it was.
knocked you down.
Yeah, I knocked down on the floor. I fell on the stairs. And I felt nothing. I just felt. And on the moment, I did feel something. I fell down. And it was like I passed out. And I came back.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it was.
It was the power of God, though.
It's strange.
I was
Yeah.
telling him about the fog, friends. It's called the favor of God. I have the fog on me.
Yeah?
And yeah, the favor of God.
The favor of God.
Yeah, if you've got the fog on you, you can do some things that people look at and go, how in the world can they do that?
How can it do that?
Yeah, how can they be sitting here?
Yeah, how can we sit here? You're
Yeah.
an American, I'm a little guy from Cruise Land.
No, you're not a little guy from Cruise Land. You're my buddy.
Yeah, I've just...
But how are me and Patrick hanging out
Yeah, that's strange.
in Europe?
Yeah,
Because of the fog, friends.
is that it?
Fog is real.
Fuck.
Check into it. Get you some Jesus.
I love it. It's a nice story, Bill.
It's a true story.
Yeah, and now I gotta find the address. I wrote it down, but I can't find it anymore.
Well, then,
We're gonna find it.
yeah.
Hoe was de straat ook alweer?
Canadezenweg nummer 2.
Juist, Canadese weg, dat was het.
Oké, weet jullie moet komen? Dat als je dan van... Of jij bent TomTom, hoor, is dat...
Ja, ik heb navigatie bij.
Ja, oké, ik vind het wel.
En, maar is dat buitenaf?
Ja, dat is buitenaf, ja.
Oké, mooi. Want ik had dat vermoeden al. Want ik ben er ooit wel eens volgens mij doorheen gereden. Toen heb ik volgens mij ook een bel zien staan. Dus dit is de Canadese weg. Canadese weg. How do you call it in American? I don't know. But that's the bell. It did something. I think they make noise of it.
All right, slow down for me.
Yeah, we're gonna stop. There's a story on it.
All right, yeah, we gotta check this
it's
out.
in English, man.
Yeah, finally.
Finally, they did something.
Yeah.
All right.
You Dutch think everybody speaks Dutch. I don't get it. On behalf of the Armed Division of South Alabama, 4th Command, 23rd, dedicates this monument to honor 57 Canadians and 30 Dutch civilians who lost their lives fighting to preserve liberty and freedoms during the savage battle at Welberg and Steenberg, which we were just in.
Yeah, we just went there.
And to express appreciation to the citizens who not only assisted during battle, but have continued to remember and honor the fallen. There is a link death cannot sever, love and remembrance last forever. That's a nice rhyme.
Yeah.
So this is out in the country.
Yep.
This is 1947, so this was done right after the war. Literally. Right after the war.
That's amazing. Should we ring it? No.
Yeah, no, yeah, heck yeah, we're gonna ring it. So all these people died?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a sign. That's a saying. It's so we don't forget them.
1944.
For who fell.
So what's the point of the water up there?
I don't know. I think Angelo is gonna tell us that.
All right,
I think
So-
he's gonna tell us.
let's ring it.
Yeah, you gonna ring it?
No ringer.
There's no ringer inside.
Oh,
That's
come on.
too bad.
That's not right.
That's not right. No, it doesn't work anymore. Yeah, we got to call the bell police because they know what's wrong with it.
It is. So Canadians came here, friends. 57 of them. From Canada, all the way here to the Netherlands, and fought a battle in World War II right here. Incredible. And this is to commemorate them. And the bell, by the way, says 1947 on it, but they did this monument in 2003. He lives in that house, you think? So anyhow, he was saying that he thinks this has something to do with the club, which I'm shocked. I didn't know they had clubs. The Dutch had clubs.
Yep. There we go again. This car is
It
always.
seems like the Dutch have
beeping.
a lot of clubs.
We have a lot of clubs. We love clubs. Yeah.
Clearly.
When you come live here, you have to join a club. Doesn't matter which one, you have to
When
join
they
the
say
club.
join the club,
Join the club.
that's where that came from the Dutch.
And then you have to have you make a secret handshake.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, I heard that Angelo has a secret handshake.
yeah, maybe
He's
he
going
does.
to teach us.
Yeah, he's gonna teach us. You're getting Dutch, Bill. You really are. You speak
What?
Dutch. You speak Dutch.
Yeah,
almost.
I'm clearly a Dutchman.
You
I've got to be.
Dutchman. I think. Wow, this is bad. We gotta park the car. And it's all new, man. Strange because it's an
Is
old
this
car.
out of the road enough? Out in the country, man.
Where should we ring?
There's a door there.
Yeah, we're gonna ring there. He knows we're coming. Oh look, there's an animal in front of the window.
That is a straw roof, friends.
I think it's that. Just ring the bell. We'll see if he's home. See? There's a dead animal in front of the window.
Toch?
Angelo?
Angelo?
Ja, ik ben Angelo.
Hey, Angelo, I'm Billy. I'm the spa guy.
Okay.
Nice
I'm
to meet you,
Angelo.
my friend.
Yes.
You got a nice place out
Yes,
here.
we do. Yeah.
Yes, sir. It's very nice.
Yeah.
Straw?
Yeah, no, it's not straw. It's.
How do you call it?
Yeah, I don't know how you call it. It's a. What you find
Hello.
on the dikes,
Hoi, Hanneke. Hoi.
which
Hey,
go
I'm Billy.
Hanneke.
Nice to meet
in
you.
the water. So we call it riet. That's how we call
That
it.
would be a reed. That's what
Reed.
we would call it.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So stronger than than straw.
Yes.
But it's very interesting. Look at they're just stacked up there.
Yeah.
Wow. Amazing.
It's very functional. Yes, because it keeps out the water, of
And it
course.
breathes.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it also keeps out the heat in the summer and the
Right.
cold in the
Because it's
winter.
thick.
Yes, it's thick and
Right.
But there's also another.
So it acts as insulation too.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's also a modern roof beneath
Under
it.
it.
Under
Yeah.
it.
So you put that on top of a regular
yes,
roof
yes.
to add the insulation to it.
This is done for how do you call it? Aesthetic reasons.
Because it looks nice,
yeah,
but
it
it
looks
also
nice.
has some other.
Yeah, for
benefits.
this we had tiles on the roof.
Yes.
Yeah, but this is how it should look like when it was as old as it
Amazing.
suggested.
Original.
It's fantastic looking.
Yeah. But when you have such a roof, an original roof like this,
Yes.
it's quite dangerous because there's nothing under it. So it might enlighten in fire
Oh, okay.
very easily.
So
But this is quite safe. This is even just as safe as tiles, so this is no
You
problem.
heard it a lot.
yeah.
Yeah.
Roof like that, you have to for the insurance. It's
Yeah.
difficult. It's more expensive to insure.
Right.
Because the roof.
Lightning
will
strikes
fire.
and
Yeah,
heat
but,
from.
what it has, that was the matter. But nowadays, when you have a well-constructed roof, you don't have to pay. I believe 5% extra. That's all.
Okay, so it's not a lot.
Okay, come in.
Thank you so much.
Come in.
He was also curious about the bell.
Yeah.
He ringed it, but it didn't make a sound.
So did you have something to do
was a
with the
little-
bell?
Yeah, because the hammer, the bell hammer.
Yes, you have it here.
Yeah, we have
Because
it
we've
here.
tried to ring the bell and it wouldn't ring.
She's Hanneke, she's my wife.
Ja,
hè?
ik heb het
Okay.
al gehad.
Oh,
Okay.
really?
Hello.
Look at this.
Hallo.
Really, look at this. It's helping.
Wow, very cool.
That's work from Angelo.
That's nice.
Here's the bell hammer.
So this is the hammer for the bell.
Yeah, it's over here.
Oh wow, that thing is huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to
Yeah.
ring it.
So
But you took it out because people would stop and ring it probably in the middle of the night and that kind of thing.
That's right.
Yes.
And the bells only
Ja.
ring
Hij heeft zelfs het apparaat vastgehouden aan deze.
You ring it once a year for
twice a year.
May the 5th,
May the
May the
4th.
4th.
May the 4th, yes. So we did it
Hij zit in high school.
last week.
Okay.
And in the first Sunday in November. Because the bell refers to the liberation in 1944
Right.
of this region.
Okay.
And Welberg, this is a small village, there was huge battle nowadays over here. That was the last part of the Battle of the Scheldt. The Canadians fought that battle, most of them were Canadians.
And that's what we saw is there was a lot of Canadians, 57 of them.
Yes,
But that's incredible to me that Canadians came all the way here and fought a battle and passed away here.
Ja.
Yeah. And
it's
of
also-
course
but-
Americans came too. They didn't come to, evidently to this area.
not here, but
Right.
they fought, their fighting was on the other side of the Netherlands.
Right.
In Limburg, in Margraten, there's a huge
famous.
cemetery. And there were all American soldiers are buried over there.
Are buried there.
But in Bergen op Zoom, it's quite close to us, 5 miles, something like
Yes.
that. There's the Canadian War Cemetery and also the Commonwealth War Cemetery. And there were 2,500 soldiers aligned over there. But this, the Battle of Welberg, that's actually the last part of the Battle of the Scheldt. And that has to do with to make the Western Schelde, to make the harbor of Antwerp useful for the Allies. But as long as the waterway towards Vlissingen, towards the sea, was not available, was still in German hands, it was impossible to use the undamaged harbor of Antwerp. So Montgomery, what he did, he first tried to, with one bridge too far, go over the Rhine, but he failed. And the main problem in that battle was they had not enough ammunition, gasoline, whatever. So it was a logistic problem.
Sorry.
It was a logistic problem.
Yes.
So they needed.
So a bridge too far now was shot in Eindhoven, but that's not
Also-
where the actual bridge was.
No,
the film was there.
yeah, but he also shot at Nijmegen and Arnhem.
Okay.
And the bridge too far was the bridge in Arnhem. And they conquered the bridge in Nijmegen, but they failed to liberate Arnhem, so to say, or
Right.
to get over the Rhine. So then the Allies regrouped themselves, and the first thing what had to be done was to take care for better providing, to make the harbor of Antwerp useful, and that's why the estuarium, that's how you call it, the river.
Yes.
Yeah, the
Channel or
the channel, the last
Yeah.
part of the river Scheldt to the sea had to be liberated. And you could say, what has that to do with Welberg? We're quite close to Bergen op Zoom. Many Canadian soldiers went to Zealand, and the other ones made a move in a circle, the other part of the circle. So they wanted to close in the Germans in Zealand. So this is the Brabant part of the Battle of the Scheldt, and in Zealand you have the Zealand part, and also in Belgium of the Battle of the Scheldt. And the last big fighting in Brabant was here. The Germans wanted to regain as many German soldiers out of Zealand as possible, so they wanted to stop the Canadians to go on and make it impossible for those German soldiers to go over the big rivers in the Netherlands. So that was the last defense line. That were the rivers: Maas, Waal, Rhine. And that is what actually happened. The German soldiers, regrouped on the other side of the rivers, and the liberation of the Netherlands stopped in November 1944, and only began once again, I think in February or something, when the bridge of Remagen was captured by the Allies, and they could cross over the Rhine, and then they liberated the northern part of the Netherlands, which was also done by the Canadians. So, but for the Canadians, this is a very important place. But it was long forgotten, so it's really the forgotten battlefield of Welberg. And but since we bought the house, we were told about the story by the guy who sold us the house.
Yes.
Because one of his brothers lost his life during that Battle of Welberg. And it was actually a local war hero, a young guy, 18 years old, and he asked me something about it because I was engaged involved with the church. I played organ in the church.
Yes.
And his brother was
that big church that we saw, the really big one.
No, not the really big one.
Okay.
It's the smaller one in Welberg.
Okay, in Welberg.
And he asked why the people from the church had asked him to pay for the grave for his brother, because it's a hero's grave, and it was paid for by the community and by the government. And why were they now, 15 years ago, asking him for money? Because it was an honorary grave,
right,
from a war casualty. And so I said I didn't know anything about it, but because we were discussing the price of the house and the place actually. And but then that was the first time we were remembered. We were told about what happened here in 1944, and then that a bell came available, because the parish priest he had asked for a bell for his church in Steenbergen, but the board of directors of the church they didn't want the board of directors how do you call it? The parish.
Yeah.
The parish board.
Yes.
They didn't want it, because they were afraid all youngsters, that's why the hammer is over here, would ring that bell every time.
right.
And they feared it, and so they said, no, don't place the bell here in front of the church. Seek another destination for the bell. So and I was discussing with our parish priest that we bought this place and we wanted to buy another piece of land, and we were making a plan to restore the house and whatever. And then the parish priest said, but why would you do you try to buy a piece of land behind your house? Because when you should buy it, you would get a small piece which you can never use. And I made a joke. I said, I'll build a chapel over there or something like it. And he said, okay, then I have a bell for you, for your chapel. So he made a joke over mine, so to say. So I said, what kind of bell? He said, 3 meters high. I said, sorry, I wanted to make a very small chapel.
Yes.
So, but tell me about the bell. I said, I asked for the bell, and they permitted me to come and collect it. But now the parish board don't want it to be placed next to the church of Steenbergen Zuid. And I have no destination, I have no purpose with it. But I have the obligation to come and to collect the bell. And then I made a joke. I said, why don't you put the bell at the Canadezenweg and make a war memorial of
Right.
it? That was one of my genius ideas,
Yeah.
just like the Colonel Tommy Parker.
Yes,
Memorial
exactly.
Foundation.
But
Yeah,
I think
but
it's,
that's-
I think it's a great memorial.
Yeah, it is.
And, you know, it's. I was curious about why it's out in the middle of the country, so now we know why.
Because that, yeah, because that
It's on
place,
battlefield.
yeah,
Yes, it's at the
in-
battlefield.
yeah.
So this is part of the battlefield
yeah,
right here.
in an area of, let's say, 1 kilometer. When you take the bell as the center of it, I think 50 people lost their life.
Right in that area.
Yeah, 13 dead bodies were collected here in our garden. Some people, there's a guy who lost literally his head 150 yards away from our house on that dike over there.
Really?
Because the Germans were over there and the Canadians were here, and the civilians wanted to run away from
But this
Welberg.
house was here during that
Was
time?
here during that time, yes.
Wow.
Yeah, but we had to restore it actually completely. But
But you're saying that one of the people's brother lived in this
lived here,
house,
and
but
he-
that was after the war?
that was all after the war.
Okay,
Yeah.
so he bought the house from somebody else.
No,
that was-
no. He got the house from his parents. So the family lived in this house, and his brother lost his life.
Really,
200
literally here.
Literally here, close by. But he was the one who was unmarried, and he remained in the house. And we bought the house from him later on. But
Wow.
his younger brother helped him selling the house, and he told the story about his brother Piet. That's his name, Piet Snoeiers, the war hero. And but now we are so far. There's going to be a Piet Snoeiers street at Welberg, just to honor the guy, because all the war heroes and who were in the resistance, they had a street named to themselves, to them.
Yes.
But only not Piet Snoeiers, because he was a simple guy from Welberg. Welberg was a small village, and people were not well educated. There was simple farmers, and that's why the Battle of Welberg actually was 15, 20 years ago. It was near completely forgotten, because no one had paid any attention anymore for it. And the people of Welberg, yeah, okay, it was a bit of bitter memory for many who lost their family, because 30 civilians lost their lives, 58 Canadians, and approximately 20 Germans. So in 2 or 3 days, 100 people lost their life. And there were also other casualties, wounded, whatever, but they are not counted in this. So that's a very heavy fighting, what happened here.
Right here,
Right
around
here,
this house.
and around this house, and from the dike over there, from this dike, and in the woods over there. And so when you stand next to the bell, you can oversee the battlefield.
Wow.
Yeah, and
That's incredible.
yeah, and it's quite nowadays. There's a lot of Canadian attention, interest in the monument. Next week, if you should have called next week, you were not welcome to come to discuss the Colonel Parker matter, because then the Algonquin Regiment, it's a Canadian regiment, young cadets.
Yes.
They come to visit us in the monument, and they get information and college about strategic things, strategic history of the Battle of Welberg.
So they learn about the
They
battle.
learn about it, and they come with us, and they have a small dinner, French fries, potatoes, and we let there's a car, a cafeteria, that's how they call it, on
Yes.
wheels, and we ask him to come, and he will bring the French fries and the snacks, and the guys get some beer, and they come to us just to enjoy and to meet and greet. That's why
Awesome.
they love to come. Yeah, but they love to come here because it's a very interesting place.
Yes.
When it's about military information, and there's another Canadian regiment, the South Alberta Regiment, because it was the South Albertas who it was a tank regiment which liberated or were active in the Battle of the Scheldt, and they helped to liberate Welberg and Steenbergen, and they come here every 2 or 3 years. And we were in Canada last summer because of my contribution to their history, my contribution for the monument. I'm an honorary member of the South Alberta Regiment. So we were in Canada together with some other honoraries in Europe, and they gave us a guided tour through Alberta, and so we were a beautiful trip, just because they are so grateful for what we did for
Well,
them.
certainly, yeah.
And in 2019 they will be here again with, I think, 80 or 90, perhaps even 100 young Canadians, because there are no veterans anymore. most of them are dead, and the few Canadian veterans still alive. It's too difficult to
Right, it's too hard for that trip.
Too hard for the trip,
Yeah.
and so. But several veterans visited us. We have some pictures of it and so, and so we were familiar with some of them. And,
That is awesome.
Yeah.
I'm glad you did that because that needed to be remembered, and I'm sure that they're thankful for it.
Yep.
yeah,
You know,
really,
You know, their families.
yeah.
Absolutely.
So but actually we are also very proud of that connection, for the connection, because it's very pleasant to have a sort of family in Canada. That's how they
Yes.
speak about themselves and us.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now,
That's
what
good.
part of
Okay.
Canada?
Alberta. Alberta.
Alberta.
Alberta.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
The southern part of Alberta. That's it's Edmonton. Okay, and Medicine Hat. I don't know if you know it.
Yes.
It's, and that's the home base of the nowadays South Alberta Light Horse Regiment. So the South Alberta Regiment is mixed up now. It's reformed, and now it's called the South Alberta Light Horse. And their home base is Medicine Hat. And probably, there's going to be bonds about a friendship between our municipality, Steenbergen, and Medicine Hat, facilitated by the regiment.
What we would call sister cities.
Sister cities.
Right.
That's going to happen in 2019. So yeah, we did a lot
Very
of work.
nice.
Yeah, very nice. Okay. But have a sit down and have a drink.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
What do you want?
Oh, whatever you, water, whatever you got. It's fine.
Water.
coffee or-
Water.
Coffee would
Coffee.
be great.
Beer.
Yeah.
It's also
No, coffee.
Wine.
Coffee or water.
Wine.
Oh, no, thank you.
Oh,
No, I'll be asleep if I drink wine.
Okay. We were outside, but
Sure, it's
it
very
was
nice
yeah,
outside.
it was very nice. It was a big ship. That's why I had to take it out.
It's really nice out. So you're saying that there was a battle. So there was a battle out here
No, the dead bodies.
in the garden. You're calling this the garden.
These are gone, yeah. And those dead bodies, which were collected in the neighborhood of it,
Yeah.
were laid over there at that part of the garden.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Was this well here during that
Yeah,
time?
it was. Yeah, because we built it up again, but what's underneath was there.
Was there.
Yeah, it was there.
And this home was there.
And this home was there. Yeah.
Man, this is incredible.
Yeah.
I love history.
Yeah. Okay.
And this is amazing.
Yeah. And they used the water, because nowadays there was no.
There's no drinking
There was
water.
no
Yeah,
drinking
bottled
water.
water or
No,
anything.
no.
This is their
Yeah,
only
this is it.
source.
But when it was very dry, okay, there's it's covered up,
Yes.
because when all leaves fall in, or
Yes.
whatever, the water gets.
But back then it would have been open with a top on it. and-
Yes.
Yeah.
But they used it. But when it was summer and there was no rain for a long period,
Yes.
they ran out of water.
Yeah, it went dry.
It went dry.
Okay.
Yeah, because actually it's not a well. It's just het grondwater, the water which is in the
Yes.
ground,
Spring water.
spring water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So when they were out of water, they had to go to someone else who had a deeper.
Well,
better well. Yeah.
it's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay,
glad to be
because-
able to come see this because I've only been to one home since I've been here.
Oh.
So it's interesting to see what a home looks like, especially a country home. The one that I went to was in the city, so this is an example of a country home.
But it's quite a luxurious one, okay? Not because we are so rich, but not all houses are as large, as big as this one. Although it looks like a small. It was, once a day it was a small farm,
Yes.
and it still looks like a small farm. That's okay.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah, but from the inside, there's a lot of space, especially for the two of us. And we also have, let's say, an atelier or barn. We have
Right on the other side.
On the other side.
Yes.
But there also someone can live in, because it also has a kitchen and
It's
a bathroom.
finished out and
it's,
everything. Mother-in-law quarters is what we would call that.
That's what it's. What
Yeah.
actually was. Yeah.
Yeah.
But my mother nor her mother ever wanted to use it, because they live in the
But
city.
they could if they wanted to.
Yes, they could.
Very
Okay.
nice.
When you know
So
concentrated milk.
they call this coffee milk.
We call
Well,
it
it
coffee
actually
milk.
says coffee milk on it.
Yes,
This
that's
is
yeah.
But you
real
wouldn't drink it
Dutch,
straight.
hè?
That's
Stroopwafel, yes.
Yeah, but
I've
it's-
had
but
those.
it's-
Yes.
but it's
Yeah, Bill.
made with honey.
Oh, it's got honey in it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because,
that's a little
our
different.
neighbor,
You gotta try that, Bill.
our neighbor
He makes the honey?
He makes the honey, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, I love stroopwafels.
You gotta try
Eat 'em.
That's a big deal.
You gotta try them.
So we got some sugar, we got some coffee milk, and we're out here in the country learning some history about World War II, but we're also going to learn some history about Colonel Tom Parker.
Yeah.
Or Dries van Kuik.
Yeah. Dries van Kuik.
Dries van Kuik.
Andries van Kuik.
Andries, right, but they say he went by Dries.
Dries, yes.
Right. And so I've got the Van Kuik down, or pretty
Yeah.
close.
Van Kuik.
Van Kuik.
Van Kuik. Yeah.
And so when you're ready to talk about that, I'd like to talk about that. You've had some correspondence with the family, with his sisters, and you actually even talked to the colonel.
Yeah.
So friends, I'm going to stop this right here. He has such interesting things to say about the colonel that I don't want to mix this footage up with this series. I think it deserves its own time and its own place. So this will be edited and placed probably in its own series on my main channel, on the Spa Guy channel. So I hate to do this teaser, but I mean, this guy's great. He lived right there. He knew the colonel's family. So very interesting guy. So be looking for that in the near future.
Die eerste. Sorry, ja.
Yeah.
Beatles song.
Nee, gewoon het eerste nummer van Elvis, wat ik daar net over had.
First song from Elvis.
No, the first gospel we
gospel.
mentioned. How Great Thou Art.
Oh, how great.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm 60 years old. About third glass of wine. How Great Thou Art. That's about, it's a bit Schubert-like. It's about singing about nature and singing about how you can meet God when you walk around and you see God's greatness. This is a kind of Gloria singing. So you can use those gospels in different moments in the mass. Although we are Catholics and we don't have to sing, we're not allowed to sing such things, but we do sing. So it's a strange link. It's a strange link, but even here at Welberg and Steenbergen, we sing Elvis gospels in our church.
Well, when Elvis sings How Great Thou Art, something real special happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, something real special.
Yeah, that's a
People
good
that
song.
were at the concerts have told me
Yeah.
that there's nothing like it.
Yeah.
And actually a gospel artist in America.
Uh-huh.
You know, I go out, I play and sing. I have an album, and I play guitar and sing on the album. And the reason that I'm here in Holland is I was playing on the Elvis 2018 tour. I was playing bass with the tour, and that's the whole reason that I'm actually here. They didn't like my style of bass playing and replaced me. But if they hadn't replaced me, I wouldn't be sitting here right now. So this is a God-appointed time, you know, and everything happens for a reason. And but I believe that this is a God-appointed time, and I mean that.
Ah, okay.
You know,
Okay.
yeah, that's true.
Ah, okay.
That's absolutely true.
I love
He
this.
lines stuff up. It's a setup. It's
Perhaps, yeah,
absolutely, it's a setup.
I'm not sure. I don't know.
I promise you, when you see this, you're going to
okay,
go, wow, how in the world did that happen?
Yeah, but I'm really happy this happened. But it's beautiful to discuss how great thou art.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
When I can also
Well, it's a shame, y'all, that the church has died in Europe. But I know that it has. So you're saying that the church that you were at is closed, sold. Who bought it?
Yeah, it's become to be something social, not completely commercial, but it's kind
First
of
it was
escape room
an
for
individual guy who bought it, a guy with a lot of money, and he hoped to sell it. He thought it was an issue for the local government, for the municipality, but municipality thinks otherwise, and now it's sold to an organization for well-being for youngsters, I think, who need special care, and they will build a kind of escape rooms, I thought, and a restaurant in it, and make that the youngsters can have their work in the church, in
It's kind of
serving, in guiding
and
people.
it's a kind of escape room they're gonna make into something or something.
I said so.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah. But if it's yeah, it's
Yeah, it's strange.
a good concept. I don't.
I know a lot of churches
I
that they
don't know.
become also places where they make music.
Mhm.
In Breda, there's something like that. In Roosendaal, where we've been, there's a church where I've been gedoopt,
Yeah,
baptized,
Baptized,
as a little boy,
Mhm.
and that's a centrum for a doctor right now, and
Mhm.
I think that's strange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People don't believe anymore, or don't
Yeah.
don't talk about it anymore. I don't know what it is.
Well, you know, part of it is a generational thing, and what I mean is, when you grow up in a time where there's so much controversy within the church, the kids get tired of it. So
Yeah,
when they
so
grow
maybe-
up, they go, ah,
Yeah.
There's
I
no
don't want
me-
any
for
part
the
of
kids,
that
there's
anymore.
no meaning
Right.
anymore.
No.
No, for us, our people, but we don't have children. But the children of people of our age,
No.
there's no meaning left.
No.
Well, the church is alive and well in America.
Yeah, but there still
thriving.
is a lot of religiousness in the people. It's only
Yeah,
not.
it's not over.
People
Yeah.
are
I'm not talking
not
about
dead
it.
no,
or something.
they don't go to a church
Yeah.
and they don't let their people don't let themselves describe what religion should be. They choose their own religion, and that also once again brings up pop music, or popular music, as being one of the most let's say fields of religious reflection in nowadays world.
Yeah.
And controversy is part of it, but actually the way people see their stars, they believe in it. It brings up a kind of belief in people, and so religion has become has got many faces and many a multiform phenomenon nowadays.
Yep.
While in earlier days it was a well described, completely restricted and directed form, way of living. But that doesn't mean that people are not religious in their nature still. I think there still are.
Everybody is searching
Everybody
for
is.
something.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes,
Holland
everybody's searching for
has
something.
looked like has looked like a Christian country. You know, I see churches in every town.
Yeah.
You go to the cemeteries. You know, it appears to be still a very Christian country to me.
Yeah.
You know, from the outside looking
Yeah,
in.
from the outside
Now, I don't
looking, yeah.
live
From the
here.
outside, yeah.
Yeah.
You see that often on graveyards, the statues of Jesus
Yeah.
and everything that's around it.
Yeah.
But that's from a little piece of history. It's been there and it stays there.
Yeah.
Like a kind of guardian angel. Jesus is protecting the dead people lying there and hoping that we go up to heaven. I don't know what it is. That's the
It's
thing.
an artifact.
Yeah,
It's something what was left over
Yeah.
from history.
And that's what you saw on the graveyards where you've been. You saw a Jesus statue. It's there because we all think when we die we go to a better place and you find your peace and that Jesus takes you there. That's the thing you see on the graveyard.
Yeah, and I
think
mean
that's
correct.
it. Yeah,
but
that's it.
but there's some requirements.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I know what you
It's,
mean.
so
I know what you mean.
it's
Not everybody
interesting.
goes to heaven now. That's a fact.
yeah,
Okay, I don't know how long you are going to stay, but perhaps
I know you're
you-
probably getting tired.
a bit.
Yes,
And,
I am too.
Yeah, but you can come back, and perhaps you can sing. I break the what? I got several pianos.
You have a piano in there?
Yeah, in the house, and in the atelier also one, and then just for fun.
Yeah, I can play.
I can play.
Yeah.
You can sing. Yeah. Wait, I'll have a look.
You gonna sing? Okay.
Okay.
I have to-
I will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
not real good at-
I never sung gospel, so that's
I'm not real good at playing that
That's-
song, but I can.
that's a new thing. Look, he's also selling. He's got something for you, I think.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
I can't play without
The foundation of our foundation.
Oh, okay.
The start of our foundation, 1992.
So wow, y'all been working on that a long time.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Coloneltown
And
Park
this is
Memorial.
about a contest. Voor Veronica, de tv toen.
Ja?
We hadden een wedstrijd uitgeschreven. Doe iets rond Elvis. En,
Oké.
dus we hebben Graceland daar gebouwd met een decor.
Cool.
Dit is een kennis van ons. Dit is Angelo. Dit is de zus van Angelo. En dit ben ik als Parker. En toen hebben we dus een prijs gewonnen.
Ja.
Ik geloof derde prijs. En er was een cd-box van 5 cd's.
Ja?
Een speciale uitgave.
Oh, that's
Dat was gaaf, man. Ja.
really, this is cool. They did a contest for a TV station.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
We
had
won
to
third
dress
prize.
They had to dress up like
Angelo
like Elvis.
as Elvis, his sister as Priscilla,
Really?
me as Parker,
She was
and
dressed up as
a good
Parker.
friend of us as the father of Elvis,
Wow.
as Vernon.
I want you to
Yeah,
look at
we
that
did
right
good
there,
with
friends.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Evidently. So you won third place.
Yeah, yeah.
That is
we
very
won a
cool.
special CD box of 5 CDs. A special, yeah. How do you say that? Uitgave.
And so that's you as
Special
Parker.
edition.
special
Yeah,
edition.
me. Yeah.
And that's him in the Elvis
I had
suit?
this pillow and
And that's Angelo in the
Yeah.
Elvis suit?
yeah,
Wow.
and his sister. Yeah.
And who's the guy playing Vernon? Is
That
Vernon?
was a former teacher of us
Yes,
at
that's
the
right.
Academic of Arts.
Yeah.
And this was, by the way, the original bestuur. Board of the
Direction
foundation
board. Yes.
of
Colonel Parker.
of the Colonel
Tommy Parker
Parker
Memorial Foundation.
Memorial Foundation. The 4 of us was.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
artistic initiative.
Let's
So
go
this-
see.
Oh Lord, my God! I know it has to do with keys. Yeah.
I believe it is in the key of, it's in B flat, but can you play it in C?
No. I think it's okay.
What key are you doing it in?
I think it's a B. Then.
It's in B, right?
Yeah, I got need glasses.
Oh,
But this is a bit different version because this is the one I sing with the ladies. It's a bit other style. This is quite original, but Elvis made. There are 4 parts of it. It's by Carl Welberg. It is his, it's a Swedish melody, but Elvis made his own arrangement.
yeah, you know how to slow it down just a
Yeah,
little
but,
bit.
oh,
Oh my God, when thine awesome wonder, consider all the living words thy hands have made. I see the stars, I hear the rolling thunder, universe display. Sing it, fellas. When Christ shall come.
Oh yeah, when Christ, but then he takes the second because actually then begin the things my
Yeah.
soul. Okay, when Christ shall come. When Christ shall come.
Which shall acclamation to take me home.
What joy shall
Fill my home. Yet I shall dwell in humble adoration, and there proclaim, O Lord my God, how great thou art. And sings my soul. very good.
Very,
Your piano sounds awesome, man.
yeah, okay, but it's not so clear in its tone. But that
I
makes,
think it sounds fantastic.
Okay, great, great.
Huh?
Can you play piano?
No, yeah, I can, but this is the piano player.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Okay, okay. It was great. No, it's fun to do.
You,
It's just fun to do.
yeah.
You haven't played,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, well, I can't play much, but I can play a little bit. Sing. I can't remember the song. I don't remember. But that's just a little bit. Yep.
Right. I do play in the church, but my favorite things.
Oh, now it's on.
Something has to be key of G. But that's just sort of things.
Fantastic. That sounds
it is.
awesome. I love it.
But it's but I like to play most, but I do in the church other things, and sometimes some Elvis music and whatever classical music.
You
But
play
it's,
some Elvis music?
Wat?
Elvis music?
Ja, soms ja, bijvoorbeeld die gospels en zo
Oh,
dan.
die
Ja, maar meestal ja, Mozart en zo.
Oh, okay. You don't play Elvis music?
Nee, niet zo. No, I've never played Elvis. Say okay, let's play Elvis songs. The gospels. That's they're okay, but I never been.
wel perform.